So as I mentioned before, whenever you see the sun, you're seeing it as it was 8 minutes ago in the past. But this concept applies to much more than just the sun. Okay, this concept is a hard one to wrap your head around, but just try to see if you can hang with it, because it is infinitely cool to think about.
Everything we see in the sky, we're not only looking off into the distance, we're looking back in time, too.
It's called look-back time.
We're seeing the stars as they were, not as they are, because it takes time for the light to get from the stars and the galaxies and the star clusters to us.
Okay, so to understand look-back time, we're dealing with two factors: the speed of light plus immense distances in space.
The speed of light is about 186,000 miles per second.
But the moon is more than 200,000 miles from Earth, so the image we see of the moon takes a little more than 1 second to reach our eye. Yes, every time you see the moon, you're looking 1 second into the past. The sun, 93 million miles from Earth, so that's why the image takes 8 minutes to reach us. But when you view the stars, now you're looking years into the past.
The brightest star in the night sky, called Sirius, it's a little over 8.5 light years away from us, so the light has been traveling for 8.5 years to get to us.
Meaning that image of Sirius originated in 2008.
Nick Saban now.
At the moment of Nick Saban's first game back in Tiger Stadium, when Jarrett Lee and the LSU Tigers took #1 Alabama to overtime. Farther away, that star Doobie on the edge of the Big Dipper, that's 105 light years away. So tonight we're seeing its light from 1912, when Pat Dwyer's LSU Tigers beat Tulane to notch a winning season. And we can go farther out. The Ring Nebula. That's what it was doing in 300 BC. What's it doing now? We won't know for another 2,300 years. But since the speed of light is a constant through the universe, look-back time goes both ways. For instance, the star Vega, 25 light years from Earth.
If there were astronomers on some planet around Vega looking at us today, they would be seeing our solar system as it was back in 1992.
Well, at least we look pretty fly to them. Have you ever seen the Milky Way? If you see it, you're looking 30,000 years into the past.
We see all this stuff in our own galaxy, but we can look beyond our galaxy. There are other galaxies.
And with our latest telescopes, we can see way farther out in space, way farther back in time.
We are seeing things so far back in time, far back in the early universe, that we are seeing events that occurred before the solar system formed, before the sun formed, before the earth formed. But those other things were happening and the light is getting to us now.
Whoa.